Any offensive spells that can work at a distance?
Well, how far away?
Let me see.
They're too far away right now.
Yeah, I know.
We're closing. I want to slow them down and give us a
They're,
better chance to hunt.
hours away from you guys.
I mean, because it's going to be within catapult ballista range before any magic's going to do anything.
What is the range on these things here?
Yeah, what's the range on it? Is that in the player's handbook?
That would give me a better idea on whether or not I'm going to be of use before they come too close. What's the range on magic missiles?
It's like some 100 some odd feet, really. 120.
120, I think.
The long range on a longbow is 600.
640.
600.
600.
Yeah,
That's because longbows are badass.
I have a longbow.
so do I.
The ballista is 120 and 480.
So you can start launching at 480.
Start launching before that.
Yeah, I'll be knocking arrows.
You're launching at 600.
Well, I mean, it's a ship. Not really. With no gravity, you shoot in a straight line. You're either going to hit it or you're not. You know, like it's sailing through space.
You can't abuse those rules.
No, seriously. I mean, it's still going to be super terrible. I'm just saying that it's not. There's no arc. There's no. I see the ship. I point and shoot.
The whole point of Spelljammer is to not get into the actual sciencey extra. You've got the range.
Okay, well, I mean,
It goes to 600 feet and just
It just
drops with no gravity.
It would just stay there.
they'd run into it.
Yeah, so it's like you still hit him. It just doesn't do
So the catapult's range is a bit better at 200 and 800.
Nice. Alright, so the helmsman giggles at the revised plot course.
And sets it.
And says,
So you guys are gunning for it. Well, they're gunning for you. After several nerve-wracking hours, you guys start to see fire bloom behind you.
I'll give a speech about repelling pirates and how they're all truly cowards at heart.
So it's kind of nerve-wracking because
I'll knock on the shield.
Yeah.
I'll take the hit points.
So they're firing.
Anyone
at
else
us,
want to assert
or
their faith?
It's like just going back and forth with things, or
they're using. Yeah, well, let's see.
What was the ballista range? 120 and
120, 480.
Yeah, 200 and 800 for the catapult.
Ace in the catapult and launch it at the pirates. We put ace in the catapults and launch them at the pirates.
Who's Ace?
So,
That's your name?
so give me
Ace.
some. Everybody, give me a knowledge, an intelligence check or history check.
History?
14.
18.
20.
Okay, 18, 20. What do you got, Mark?
Hold on 1 second.
I got a 14 while he's doing whatever.
9.
Okay, 18 and 20.
Dumb as a brick.
You know they're using gnome shot, and as it hits the end of its trajectory, they're launching. Basically, it's huge balls filled with a special type of alchemist fire.
Oh man.
Once it hits something or hits its end, it kind of just explodes. And you're pretty much aware that they know they can't hit you. You're still out of range.
They're scaring the hell out of us.
Pretty much, but they also know it's going to have an effect on you. And it's really eerie because you just see the fire bloom and the metal blow apart, and there's no sound.
So they're confident that they're going to get us, and they're letting us know that they have enough supply that they're able to waste it
Scary.
just to scare us.
Yes. Also, what
Thank God I don't have the wisdom to know that.
also, you know,
Fuckers, they're wasting their shots.
you're the only one that probably actually knows this, but there's different kinds of helms, and they're probably using, because after they saw you guys, they started picking up even more speed. They're probably using what's called a necro helm, and is that what it's called, Nate?
Life helm.
Life helm.
Yeah. Which people probably nickname it the necro helm.
Yeah. So the life
That's the
helm,
slang
also
for it.
slang term of necro helm, and basically the practice is for them to just shove a slave into the helm, and it sucks them dry of life force. So you're also kind of like getting the vibe that they're kind of confident that they're going to have more slaves to expend soon.
Oh, lovely.
What's your character's name?
Truck fire scale, if you care so much.
Don't worry, men. I have you covered A to Z.
All right. I'm gonna go to the. Well, are you busy directing people? Or?
That, and I'm aft. Keep an eye on the distance.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the helmsman. All right, Juliana, I have an idea. How wide is this ship? Like 20, 25 feet, something like that?
About 30 feet wide.
35 feet wide? All right. Is it possible, can you fly us into move us in such a position that we could find a place in between, let's say, two of these rocks that are maybe a little bit wider than our ship, maybe 60, something like that?
Oh, I can. We just have to be careful because they're constantly in motion.
Okay.
And even though it doesn't look like they're moving very fast, they hit hard.
All right.
You guys are now to the point where you can see, you know, you're almost like equal distance from the pirate ships and the asteroid belt. And, you know, some of them are basically rocks the size of a bowling ball. Some of them are rocks the size of you know, a quarter of a moon.
Okay.
In other words, there's rocks bigger than our ship.
Really intimidating.
Much bigger than
It would be like smashing against the cliff face, basically. Like as fast as we could go.
Is that a worm trying to bite a spaceship?
They within 600?
Not yet, no.
For a much longer that.
Do I know that? Do you know the range on those gnomish explosive devices? What are the ranges?
Well, it's going to go off. It's going off of whatever shoots it.
Oh, so it's just like if it's a catapult shooting a catapult. Oh, I mean catapult shooting it. Do we have
I
any of
believe
those
the
things on
range is
board?
somewhere between far and terrifying.
Yeah.
Do we have any of those on board?
And
No.
Luckily, I'm in
Looking
your
down,
theory,
like-
though, so it's not going to work.
We have some like rocks and things basically to launch.
You go into the you
You
know,
can grab some asteroids.
with the situation on hand. You've been inspired to check the hole,
Yes,
and
very inspired.
there are rocks and ballista bolts.
You know, there's just comets laying about all around here. These asteroids.
You know, there's about 20 ballista bolts
Ah,
and 10 rocks.
10 rocks and 20 ballista bolts. Okay. I need
Alright,
that
so
book
I'm-
back. Why did I give that back to you?
Because I needed to look up something.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to, think through, the stuff I've been on. I don't remember exactly how bad my my last bout with pirates went, but I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can do to aid the situation.
From your last experience, what you recall was letting them board was a bad idea. You're starting because you're thinking you were probably one of the lucky ones.
No, lovely.
Because otherwise you would have been shoved into that necro hull. No.
Feeding the machine.
Okay.
So are the three ships having the same flag?
Yes.
Okay, and was it these guys that attacked my previous ship?
You don't know that it's these three, but you know it's the same tribe.
Okay.
We're not close enough so you can see faces yet.
Yeah, and
Well-
actually, as they are getting closer, with your check, Ryan, you're actually able to identify, and you probably know anyway from the names of the captains. You're able to identify the ships: the Oblivion, the Bloodstar, and the Blackfire.
Charming names.
Which one is the leader? Or are they equal?
The Bloodstar,
No star.
which is captained by Ilgar.
All right. Since we only have 10 rocks, I am. Oh, well, how fast does a catapult shoot? Are we going to get off more than 10 shots? Do we need more than 10 rocks?
I don't think so. I don't think she's so fast.
Are they loading?
Are you guys?
No. Do crossbows and ballista have the loading property?
Yeah,
Sure they
Sure,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, I don't know whether there's.
Well,
I haven't my DMG yet, so I don't know whether they.
so
they have
maybe in
longer.
like 2 minutes we could shoot 10 rocks, right? So we're going to need more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Start reaching over the side.
as you
Get some of the crew down to get the bolts and everything up.
Well, yeah, they've
They've
been
been.
doing
Okay,
it.
good.
They did
Excellent.
already.
Sorry.
Cocked, locked, and ready to rock.
All right. I'm going to cast telekinesis and start grabbing.
So, all right. So let's see. Here's the rules, real quick.
Coming to you live from the DMG.
Yeah. Woohoo! Before the catapult can be fired, it must be loaded and aimed. It takes 2 actions to load the weapon, 2 actions to aim it, and 1 action to fire it.
So once every 5.
So basically 5 actions. But I
Can
believe
multiple people do it?
you can.
So a crew could really knock out a.
Yeah, a 5-man crew could fire every round.
We have that many.
Many
And we
times
have
that
one
many.
catapult.
Ballista is a massive crossbow, fires heavy bolts. Before it can be fired, it must be loaded and aimed. It takes 1 action to load the weapon, it takes 1 action to aim it, and 1 action to fire it.
So it's
Right,
3.
so catapults are 5-man crew, ballistas are a 3-man crew.
Yes.
All right.
And we have 8
2 of
guys.
each, right?
I've got range.
I'll
of
shout
6
encouragement to them.
I've got a
If there
range of
was one in
60
each
feet
end,
with
they said.
telekinesis. If there's any small
One to-
boulder size, whatever should
can't
be useful for
operate
catapult that I can grab,
Both.
Okay, you'll start.
I'll start grabbing them and setting them
If you've
down.
got them on this side and this side, and you go in this direction,
Telekinesis. You could be
This
able
side
to
is
catapult
useless.
yourself, maybe.
if they're on both sides of the ship, you can't turn them like this.
I thought they were fore and aft. And are they sides or ends? The ballistic catapult.
Ends.
Right,
So as
so-
a ballista, you might be.
We would turn side. We would turn sideways to
You'd
shoot
have to
at.
broadside, and then it leaves us very exposed.
Yeah, that's the problem with that.
That's an awesome idea.
That's kamikaze.
There's a big problem with that.
It depends
And there's
on,
the grappling
depends
hooks,
on
too.
angle. You can get, like a
It's-
60-degree back angle sometimes.
It's not working.
So, as you enter the asteroid field, and you guys are kind of dodging, trying to protect the seal, the
Praying to the flame.
sails, and if you're going to use your telekinesis, but you also may want to use it to consider using it to deflect things away
Yeah.
from the ship as well.
Especially if I can move up to
From
1,000 pounds.
So they're still far away, far enough away that they're not within shot range, and vice versa. But also, as you're actually in the belt, you're able to break line of sight
Okay.
as you go around some of these massive,
60 feet.
as you go around some of these massive bodies. Some of them you notice too are kind of riddled with holes, like really big holes.
Like
Be careful, things live in holes.
Yeah, if it's big enough to fly a ship into it, it's big enough for something big enough to live in there.
Although our odds with the thing in there, maybe
Space
better.
worms are a myth, man.
And our odds may be better with whatever lives in an asteroid than 3
16
fearsome
acre check.
ships.
Are space forms real?
So the truth.
So the
That's
truth.
right.
On the DM.
There are no more real than space ninjas.
Are these orcs space ninjas?
No,
So,
they're-
ideally, I'd want to cast the telekinesis at a time where it's needed to push things away from the ship.
Right.
But I mean,
So-
it lasts for 10 minutes. So
Right.
is
Well,
it
you
gonna
can
be-
always
is
just
it-
ready the action as well.
Is it going to be? Is it going to be gone by the time we're going to be engaged in this fight? Well, I mean, we're still not engaged, so
You're still not engaged.
we might get away. All right.
Are the ships staying together, or by going into the asteroids, are they separating a little bit?
They seem to be spreading out a little bit in order to try and intercept.
Is it a navigatable path between them? Like, you know, if we were to kind of pull a 180 and come to the
we
to
don't
the
want
front,
to get. We don't want to go closer to them.
Well, yeah, they would catch you really easy then if you did that, because
We-
you're going to cut the distance.
but if we like looped around and came to like to the far one, how hard of a path would the other two have? I mean, if they're separating through an asteroid field, I mean, like I'm trying to look at how we can effectively deal with them without having to fight all three of them at once.
Does the helmsman have any specific ideas?
Well, he knows that they're going to be able to communicate with each other. They're going to have a means to communicate. So you might buy yourself. We may buy ourselves some time to fight one ship, but it won't be long before the other two are on us.
You've probably seen your fair share of vessel battles. What do you recommend? What course would you take?
We need to flee and escape. The odds are too great. They're pirate ships. They're not cargo ships.
Yes.
Where
Ace Zenith never runs away, except for when he runs away.
the
He strategically retreats.
pirate ships are manned with far more crew than a normal vessel. So even one on one, we would be outnumbered.
Oh, okay.
But it would be a doable fight.
Well, I think if we can manage to get one, 2 is easier to avoid than 3. If there's a way to just have one get closer to us without the other 2, that's just going to be random chance, though.
If their
If we take
if their
one.
pilot if their helmsmen aren't as skilled as I, then there's a chance that maybe the asteroid crew will do some of our work for us.
Okay. Well, I'll just continue to move boulders out of our way and
Put them in theirs.
put them behind us.
The flame keep us. Let it burn brightly. And singe our ship, hopefully.
I've seen some spots where we could put down.
I think that would be wise if we could hide ourselves.
And then maybe, and then maybe if we had the fight, we could take them by surprise.
Let us try that route. What did you
Kill-
say?
Kill the captain of their ship first.
It's a killer helmsman.
So
Well, the helmsman will sail the ship. The captain is in charge.
It doesn't
Cut off
matter.
the head, the snake dies.
Yeah, but you kill the helmsman, the
Well,
ship
they're
isn't going
not
anywhere.
using-
Pirate ships are more like hydras.
they're not really using a helmsman. They're using a lot of different helmsmen because they're feeding their slaves.
It's fueled
Yeah,
by
well,
people.
most of us don't know that. He didn't share that.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't either. Did I know that? Yeah. I was one of the people that knew that. Random knowledge.
yeah. So the controls are actually separate from the actual piloting.
I say,
Well,
kill the
so
captain.
Well, my vote
So-
is that we hide somewhere if we can be undetected.
Joanna waits until a line of sight gets broken and finds one of these giant masses and drops down into a hole.
So is it like a hole where the ship is going down like this, or are we going in the hole like that?
Down.
So we could probably fire up if we wanted to.
This is the biggest crevices Ace Zenith has ever gone into.
So you
That's
sink
not what I heard.
deeper into the darkness. After a while, you see a light streak by. And then finally, after what feels like an eternity, you feel a soft thud as the ship bottoms.
Wow, so we really went down far.
Well, it felt like forever.
Well, we're all like tense and waiting.
So what do I say?
Looking around, it's a huge cavern with stony outcroppings all over, and when you look at the floor, it looks covered in some kind of weird moss and fungus and vines.
I gotta go explore. So.
Knowledge nature.
Yes, you can know.
That's
16 nature.
14. Same.
Well, damn.
So you can see that the fungus on the ground isn't quite what it appears.
It's not really a plant.
It's
It's a delusion.
It's not really fungi.
it's called violet fungus, and you know that the touch of it is very bad. It causes organic things to putrefy and rot.
Oh my.
I alert the crew not to jump overboard and touch the fungus.
I was here ready to take a sample.
Also, I want to get someone with sturdy, short hands to gather some of it up in a bag or something.
If it degrades organic stuff, can
Yeah.
you touch
a
it?
jar.
You don't touch it.
Can you
put
touch it
in-
with metal or glass?
Metal's not organic, is it?
Technically,
No.
it's considered organic.
As long as it's not made by Trader Joe's or Whole Foods.
Is it living material it means, or anything?
Living.
Okay. So you can use metal.
Yeah.
Well, wood would rot as well, right? Or is that
Gravy.
considered not wood?
Gravy.
Wood would rot.
Okay.
Yeah. The class.
So is it
jar-
bad? Are we touching a bad spot of this? Is it under the?
Well, that's a very good question.
I'm gonna run to the house. I think we should lift off just a little bit. I think we might be in something.
He when you run over to him and you look at him, his face looks strained. He's making a noise.
Because the ship is touching that stuff. He's bonded to the ship,
Oh yeah,
right?
that's right. Quick, get off of that stuff. That whatever he said it was.
I can't.
You can't.
I can't.
Stuck to it?
Are you stuck to it?
No, something is linked to the ship.
Something's.
It's draining me.
Oh man.
Can I look
All right.
underneath and see what's going on?
As soon as you can, lift off. We'll figure it out. So I want to take a quick look inside the hull to see if anything's like pierced it or something.
No.
I'll go outside.
I'm gonna get on Felicity and like find
Yeah,
a
I'm gonna
place.
say-
I'm gonna patrol and see. I'm not
Okay.
touching any of that.
All right, everybody,
Yeah.
find what it's stuck to. The helmsman said that it's linked to the ship in some way. It's hurting him.
Okay. So you take off on Felicity to scan the area above.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, like what it is, maybe that's causing an injury. And Felicity has very keen eyesight.
Sure.
Hopefully, we're not fighting the worst health. I can see him peeking up over the
It
page.
is absolutely Lord Seth. How did you know?
I was just holding onto the ship that fell on me. No, don't worry.
All of a sudden, even though even though Felicity has very keen eyesight, you can no longer see anything. You're surrounded in complete darkness. Something comes whooshing at you, whooshes by you.
Wishes by you again.
What's your armor class?
20.
Okay.
Oh, Christ.
You just get smacked by something hard twice.
You hear her swear, and then, I wasn't ready!
You take 16 points of damage. As you feel two hard objects sling. And you see your friend of the Silver Flame there with these two weird octopi type creatures that between the tentacles is webbing, and they're like wrapped all around him.
How high up is he?
How high up are you?
I don't know, like, because I was checking out what was on the bottom of the ship, so I'm probably 20 feet above the ground.
So I guess you guys want to drop initiative?
Sure. Don't want to, but I'll do it.
And you can't breathe, Ryan.
All right.
7.
So Mark's got a 7.
I got a 10. 28.
27.
Is the body of the thing right up against him, or is it just the arms?
You don't see
You don't see it. You just see just darkness where the griffin was.
I can see it.
How?
I have dark vision.
That's not enough.
Magical
Oh,
darkness.
it's magic dark. Okay. Dark. That stops.
I'm the only one cool enough to be able to see through it.
We have true sight.
Keep telling you.
Devil's Sight through Invocation through Warlock. Dark Vision 120 feet, and you can see through magical darkness.
I'm gonna smite the shit out of this.
So what were the initiatives?
27, 7, 10.
19.
I have a 7 as well.
All right, so you're up.
I just get my bow out and ready.
Okay.
Well, I'm not really a fighter, so I will just, throw a curse at it and yell loudly.
Okay. Well, it's at this point that you get a couple sensations.
Okay.
One of them is you feel like you have an urge to point and utter some words that have never crossed your mind before.
Okay.
And the other thing is there's something beyond your sight, just beyond your being that you feel like you could just grasp and pull out.
Well, I'll go with the words and point.
Okay. Well, you have up to 2 Eldritch Blast Rays that you can let loose with.
Alright, I will blast one at each guy. Lowest is a 17, highest is a 23.
Okay. So they both hit.
One guy takes 10, one guy takes 3. and then I'll say, "What the hell was that?"
How much was it?
10 and 3.
Okay. You just feel like you've been punched through like a pillow twice.
I can't even say anything witty because I'm being smothered by tentacles.
You could, but who knows where those tentacles will end up.
That's true. That's true.
We're not getting
What was the
into-
next highest? 19?
Yes, that was me.
Calamari, anyone?
I have any idea what these things are.
I have an idea.
Yeah, would I know what they are? I can't see them.
Yeah, you can't.
Do you have anything to like knowledge-based stuff? Because
I got
you can
nothing.
clearly see them compared to anybody else.
I have nature.
What are you shooting at? I don't see anything. What happened to us? What happened to
There's like a couple squid thingies up there. They're strangling the the flamboyant one. You can't see them?
Sky, I'm almost Sky Knight.
Sky Knight, that's it.
It's a trap.
And when did you take this up?
This, we've had this now about 2 months.
It's an alternative to heroin.
Yeah, why?
So I don't smoke. Like smoke off and on.
There's only 6 known carcinogens in those.
What'd you say?
There's only 6 known carcinogens in those.
way less than cigarettes? And they don't stink.
They still give us the beautiful effect of secondhand smoke.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they
It's
do.
not smoke. It's vapor. It's not smoke in any way.
The same shit's in it.
If there's nicotine, that's it.
Okay.
It's
And that's a health PSA brought to you by Nerd Art.
Yeah, it's not actually combusted smoke.
Yeah.
It's a delivery system, a vapor delivery
Although
system for
they
the.
are still contesting whether there is secondhand smoke caused by them or not. Like, that's still being researched.
Really?
Yeah, it's not actually
How about we
disproving yet.
debate this later and
All right,
see
I'm
if I'm
gonna
trying to save Ryan's
Cast a
character.
message towards where Ryan is.
I
and
only took 3 actual hit points of damage
Oh, okay.
What's going on in there? You hear a voice in your head.
telepathically.
Just
yeah, pretty
told
much.
you.
Well, sorry, I don't believe you. And you don't know that I don't believe you.
That's true.
I can cast a spell.
Hey,
for
why are
solid
you in my
objects.
head? Usually I'm the only one in here.
Oh, goddamn, what a wasteful spell.
Don't use things like that when there's 8 wisdom.
Why did I even
Usually
try?
they're thoughts of myself and my own grandeur.
Yeah, well,
There's only room enough in here for me, you
cut
strange
off.
alien presence. I'm willing him away from out.
It doesn't work.
There's only room for one Ace Zenith in here, and I am Ace Zenith by the flame.
How do you know?
well, thank goodness it only lasts one round.
Yeah, you need to make a wisdom save versus like
You might get
naive.
stuck.
Versus stupidity.
I don't know, shooting some flames into that
Wait, if-
thing might be a good idea.
If you actually see into my mind, you see like monuments of myself.
Is the dark is this dark following the griffin, like the griffin's flying? Or?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So can we see the darkness?
Yeah.
Does the griffin any tail or any wings out of it to give me an idea of where the griffin is compared to?
No.
Just shoot it down. Leave them all. We'll get a new captain. Morale.
Alright. So, describe this once more.
Griffin, the Sky Knight, and 2 giant octopus.
Oh, like towards the top of the bubble?
I'll describe it as best I
Center.
can.
Center.
Okay. Can he see? Does he just see right through it like it's not even there, the darkness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so he won't actually see the edge where.
Correct.
Well, nah. I'm sure you see the darkness. You can see in it though.
Okay, I just assumed I saw through it like it wasn't even there.
Nah, I assume you know that.
So it's
there.
like an ink cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so. towards the top are these creatures. All right. I'll shoot towards the top.
What's the
Of
worst
course
can happen?
I just cast message.
I'm pretty sure with a fireball you can get it all.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true. I bet message
That's
is
what
an
I'm throwing.
action, isn't it?
You don't have fireball.
And fear, punk.
Oh, roll it out there. I'm done. I cast message and it wasted trying to talk to this guy.
Okay.
Wasted? What are you talking about?
Oh, I did waste
What
it.
was after the
7s.
7s? All right, 7s are up.
All right.
Well,
Who's got a 7? You got a 7? Which my dex is an 8. What's yours? 13, right? Yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
beat you. I
Yeah.
think he beat you.
What loose an arrow into the darkness.
Okay.
Attack
possibly go
that
wrong?
darkness.
Roll 2 20s and tell me the lowest one. Is it a 1?
Huh?
Is it a 1?
No, I just rolled an 18. But the lowest one is a 7, which would be a 12. Okay, here.
Alright, roll damage.
Four.
Okay. You hear a solid thunk.
Sweet.
I hit something.
I'm not sure what you hit.
So is it me, the griffin, or one of the creatures?
Well,
You don't know. Apparently, it wasn't you.
I could see if I could. I would hear if my griffin was injured.
well, your griffin did not make any injured noises.
Okay.
You felt an impact. Again, it felt like someone punching you.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to grab a dagger.
Okay.
Can I go like this?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it smitily.
Okay.
Smite this octopus off my face.
Rolling with disadvantage, I take it?
Yes. Roll one. Let me smite your griffin.
Yeah, right. So that's a AC 15.
It's,
All right. So I went heavy smitily.
okay.
All right. Good roll. Good roll. So that's 10, 16, 24 points.
All right. Describe what you just did.
I basically channeled all of my anger, my rage, and my self-love into a sweeping dagger thrust, illuminating with the silver flame.
So briefly, for an instant, you guys see a flash of light in the darkness, and then
I love
pieces of this creature fall from the sky. You see a tentacle here, piece of webbing there, a rocky crown here, yellow eyes. As it comes raining down.
So in that that moment of light, since he had a ready to action with a bow, could he fire?
Yeah, sure. Roll 2 20s.
All right. Low or high?
Low.
10.
So you hear something go. Well, actually, you probably don't because it's still muffled.
So is it back to me?
It is. What did you have?
Out of 10.
So all right. So you guys all went then. All right. Well, actually, I should have mentioned this, but you see, there's still the one. There was 3 of them that kind of attacked him, and the one kind of fluttered by and missed, and it's just a globe of darkness kind of moving around in the air.
Oh. Okay.
And then,
Yeah, he didn't describe that part.
well, I did describe it going by.
GM omission.
Yeah,
Well, it missed, and now it's back in our field of vision
yeah.
Yeah.
from its whiff.
So with that, 5 more of these critters.
Oh, damn.
What preys on these things? Do we know?
Me. Yeah, so far paladins. So 5 more of these things come falling from the sky. And all right, Nate. One of them comes soaring towards you
I have a 16.
and misses.
Yes. Bodyguards, kill that.
Stop it dead. Mark, one of them also comes towards you, hitting AC 23.
Hit me easily. Since I only wear hide, close your eyes and hit me pretty much.
Good, that's the way I like it.
Well, that's what hide is. You do this. Don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Exactly.
You take 4 points of damage.
You could still have 9 temporary hit points if you would have just tucked his shield.
And you're now engulfed in darkness.
I attack the darkness. I smite the darkness.
Nate, another one drops on you. It is already darkened.
I have my thunderous smite. That even if I don't
So
throw
you
it, I
hear
can just
something
push it
splat
down.
next to you on the deck.
So,
Excellent. I know exactly where to go now.
And Mark, another darkened one drops at you. And that easily hits again. Wow, I'll get my high rolls on you and I don't even need them. That's bullshit. I call bullshit on that. For 7.
pull like the diviner and just save those ones for later.
Yeah. Oh!
You got critted?
A crit on a crewman.
Oh no.
Someone's gonna have
Hopefully it's one of the evil ones. There's most of them. So.
See, this is always what happens to me when I hide from shit.
And another crewman
Or
also
try
gets
to, rather.
And Kif guy and you always know the drill to hide like hell whenever the shit hits the fan.
Okay, so it is one of the quote-unquote evil ones that gets critted. So that one takes 9 points of damage. And you hear, ugh, and you hear someone hit the ground. And then one of your bodyguards takes 4 points of damage.
Oh no.
So you
They
guys,
die, they don't get paid.
they also don't crew the ship anymore or fight orcs.
This is true. So number 1 has taken 4.
So top of the order.
He had a 27.
Mhm.
Does he get bumped down or?
Well, yeah, he would go wherever he fell in before, so
Okay, so
which
I'm the
was
top.
after you.
I'm
Mr.
at
27?
the top.
Or you at 20?
He's at a 19, so
I'm at
he goes.
19.
Yeah, I use
Oh,
my
you held
attack
it.
later.
Yeah, you held it.
Okay, well, I can't see the one that plopped down next to me, can I? It's in darkness.
Yes, it is.
So I'm in darkness right
Yes,
now. Man.
you kind of have an idea where it's at because it's.
Okay.
Didn't see that one coming, diviner.
Exactly where mine is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
If my character knew more, he might have been able to make a crack like that. Can't see, doesn't know he's a diviner, all these problems.
Yeah.
let's see.
You got 99 problems, and a dark mantle is definitely a part of this.
Okay. So I'm going to attack it with Flame Firebolt.
Okay.
That's roll 2.
Yes, you will be disadvantaged. You would have been disadvantaged anyway because it's next to you.
Oh.
Shocking grasp. Do you have shocking grasp?
No, I don't have Shocking Grasp.
Shocking.
Well, I figured, just poke it in the eye. Can't see it. Boom! Like a shotgun. Alright. 15 and 13. Plus... Oh. Plus 6. So, that's 2.
Plus pluses.
Plus pluses. That'll be 14 fire damage.
Okay. It shrieks in agony.
Shriek some more.
All right. So you said there's something about like I could reach into a space beyond. I'm gonna try that.
Okay, you just pull out well, you tell us what you pull out.
Okay, well, basically, I've described it before as a kind of a cross between a spear and a sword, rather than having a yield basic grip. It's got an elongated handle. It's, as opposed to being made of metal, it's kind of made of what you would look like when you look at the stars, all black with the starlight. This is interesting.
You instinctively know how to use it.
And that's lovely.
What's that?
I said lovely. I'll begin moving towards the one that's attacking him.
Okay, towards Nate's character, the halfling. Okay, well.
It's an action to...
Oh, it's an action to draw it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, serious? No bonus or?
No.
Well, you know.
You can create a packed weapon as an action.
Super cool star sport, I guess, you know.
Alright, so... Sevens?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do.
Alright, should I take my action while he's figuring?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to Thunder Smite the one that's on my face.
Okay.
Alright, so I gotta do the disadvantage. Well, they're pretty good. They're both sixes, actually. So, but that's AC of 13.
Hits.
Okay, so I have to look up Thunder Smite exactly, but it's taking 16 points, and can I wear that first?
Sure.
Let's see.
Well, Thunder Smite, that was definitely
Pushes
very
it
loud.
And 300, yeah, it's really loud, and it pushes it 10 feet away.
So, you Thunder Smite it with your dagger, which blasts it up into the air above you, and it's now raining chunks of Dark Mantle.
Ugh. I'll need to get my men to wash this out of my armor and my cloak
And your hair.
and my hair. So it
What's left of it?
it did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been loving up your locks there.
So I wonder how it is for my skin. It might be like a good exfoliant.
Like those fish.
Alright, it would have been a strength saving throw, but that's a moot point now. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can explode.
Exploder fire.
and that can be heard from 300 feet away, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely very loud.
Hopefully it didn't move the orcs.
Sure, it did.
So how many are left
Sounds like
around?
you travel in space.
Yes, something works to our advantage.
What's that?
How many
Oh.
spots are there around?
My turn.
Now?
Well, now, there's 2 less. So there's 5. Or 6.
Alright. And the others coming towards the ship?
They're all around the ship right now because they fell on you guys.
And I'm wheeling Felicity around back down to the help down there.
I just didn't know if there were more coming.
I have a dagger. We'll try and cut it. It's on my face, you said, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and cut it up with the dagger. My dagger is silvered. I don't know if that does anything extra to it. But I have to roll 2 die, right? I have an 18 and a 20.
Yeah, it hits. Shoot a wild shape.
Oh, damn it. I have 2 attacks I didn't use the first turn. I forgot. Son of a bee.
Not used to be a 9th level.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it used to being 5th level or higher.
Yeah, that's true.
I jumped right on that when I played the monk. Meat grinder, yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
6.
Although I couldn't have smited that.
That's for sure.
Okay, so you slash it for 6.
I do 2 attacks, I do it twice.
Yeah.
You get that with bonus feet.
Yeah.
Do you get a bonus feat when you take bonus feat?
Or you can either
I
get
missed
a
the
bonus
second
feet,
one.
I think
What
it's
did you
bonus
get?
feet, or you can get bonus
It's a
action.
4 on the die.
Okay.
Still
Bonus
a 1.
ones, actually.
Well, actually, a 4 on the die. Your strength's to 17.
Yeah. That would be an 11.
It hits.
Oh, sweet.
These things are like swatting at balloons.
Something as easy as me to hit. It's another 6 damage.
Okay, shrieks again.
So a dark mouth is like a dark stingray.
So like an octopus or
I mean,
something.
It's like a vampire squid that flies.
In game, my character's not gonna know anything, but it like just eats things. It's like a subterranean predator.
So, Mark, you take an attack of opportunity as it detaches and tries to fly away.
Oh, sweetness.
You're looking for a picture.
That over there.
Not the
Lord
one.
Salt.
Not the Death Knight.
Not Lord's Love.
Can I? Do I have time to like hit it with a sword, or do I have to just use a dagger?
Yeah, you can draw and cut.
Draw and cut.
You have to drop the dagger, but...
That's all right. Well, I'm two-handed fighter, so
Oh, yeah, well, you can draw with your other hand.
yeah. Draw and cut, and it's a 12 to hit.
Fits. So did you take the feat, too?
No, it gave it to me as Rangers, the fighting style. Yeah, I get to use weapons in each hand, and I get to add my bonuses to both.
You get your strength, but I think... Okay, make an attack roll. Or make you roll your damage.
7.
Okay, so it is flying away.
Wraps up.
The one that came off him is still alive, though.
Yes.
Is there one still harassing somebody else?
Yeah,
Attached
the
to.
one crewman that isn't making noise anymore. And then there's the other one that has one stuck to it.
Which one do I go for? The one that actually, the one flying away. Let's like, just wipe it out.
Okay,
So it's 24 to hit.
that will hit. Did you roll with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
7.
7.
Damage.
The darkness dissipates and it plummets from the sky.
So there's one I'm still fighting. And
There's 3 on the boat.
there's one on my bodyguard and one on one of the crewmen.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to go after the one on towards the crewman.
Not the one still next to you?
Because there's the crewman that's down. My bodyguard's like fighting it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I tell the other bodyguard to help him,
Okay.
and I'm going to go after the one that's might be eating one of my crew.
He's definitely eating one of your crew.
Okay, so I'm going to take out my dagger and attack it. Oh yeah, definitely. Feels like kind of a waste, but 20. Oh, take that. Can you do less than 1 damage if you have a negative modifier to strength?
I think you do at least a point of damage.
You heal.
Then he takes 1.
Nice.
Do you have a negative 1 to strength?
Yeah. I hit it. It refuses to cut its skin.
Right, so the one that's there's one on the actual crewman.
Yes.
And he's still struggling.
Yes, and then
There's
the
one
other
that
guy.
stopped moving that he might need immediate medical attention.
It's 18 to hit.
No, that's right. You don't need to roll 2.
Yep, hits.
Takes 9 damage.
Okay.
Is he still? Is it still fighting?
Oh yeah, it looks.
That's a 12 to hit.
Hits.
takes 11 damage,
Okay.
and it's still going.
It detaches and tries to run away.
Good lord.
You can use your
I can
reaction.
use my reaction. Oh, absolutely. This is 17
Hits.
for another 10.
What did you do to it?
Cut it in half. Are you trying to get away? No!
And then, okay, so it falls in two halves.
I want more of a, uneven cut.
Okay, that's fine.
Legs go this way, the top half falls that way.
I checked the crewman. Is he dead?
I'm gonna yell
make
for
a
some
heal
of them.
check.
Go get my healing kits. So I point to some of them to go run for my stuff.
Yeah,
in my
medicine.
room.
Yeah, I have medicine.
So you can add that to the roll.
Okay, so it's 24 plus heal. Also.
No.
Just medicine.
Okay, 24.
Okay, you stabilize him. He was definitely dying.
Okay.
This is neat.
Alright, so sevens.
Okay.
You guys see one more globe of darkness.
Coming down.
That's on the
No,
board.
it's on one of
It's
those.
on
So
the-
it's on one of the guys.
Yes. Well, you don't know.
Well, I mean, there's a body sticking out, or it's too big to even know.
It's like a 15-foot radius, so.
Okay. So I'm having Felicity like land there, and then like I'll basically dismount at a run, and then head over, try to fish for it with my hand, find it, and stab with my dagger.
Okay.
I'm just gonna shoot an arrow at it.
Okay.
14.
Hits. An arrow goes whizzing by your head. Thunk.
My, I'm glad that was what preceded me.
4.
Are you rolling your sneak damage?
I don't get it unless they. I can get sneak if they haven't acted. Other than that, I don't get sneak right on it all the time.
No, if you have an ally within 5 foot
Oh,
of it.
I have advantage.
Which gives you sneak. Don't argue. Just roll
No,
the damage.
you get sneak.
Oh, I get another DC. 6 points then.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, it's not the sneak attack; it's just sneak.
Lowest roll was a 15.
Hits.
So, all right. So that's 16 points total.
Oh no, there's more. Okay.
Okay, you just hack it to death.
Yeah, like I was actually like actively feeling
Oh,
for the
that's
the
fine. I
bulge
did
of
the
the
whole thing.
creature since I kind of seen
I
what they look like.
I don't remember my thing. I did get the whole damage.
Yeah, anytime you have an enemy within 5 foot
Mhm.
of an ally within 5 foot of an enemy, you get your sneak.
I got my full sneak attack.
Wow, even at
So I get
disadvantage?
5d6. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that
because
doesn't
it
matter.
actually with him being within. Yeah, it's like
If the guy's still alive, he probably technically counts too, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, that guy was up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so if someone gets me my medical kit, I'm going to administer it to the crewman since he's
Okay.
been stabilized by Mark. And here it is.
He gets like a D6.
It's not jail axe, is it?
No, it's one of the other guys.
What is it actually?
I know his name, so I gotta ask him about it.
I know a man's name.
So does this terrible threat seem to be ended? Because I know there was one that was floating near Nate.
That one fell on the floor.
Yeah, that missed me and fell on the wall.
Well, then that one's floating away.
how close is it to anyone?
It's close
Let
to
it.
him.
Within 5 feet of him?
It is within 5 feet of him.
12 to hit.
We have been really one-less during this whole disadvantage.
I know. That's bullshit.
No, I got all damage.
Yeah.
3, 9, 18.
Okay, so it's floating back. It's flying back up into the sky.
Okay, good.
With a very big arrow shaft. Oh.